Hi, my dear students. Once again, welcome back. Today, we are going to discuss the long division. How to divide a polynomial with another one in using long division method. That's today's discussion. So, let us start with a problem. So, first one, that is x square plus 9x plus 14. So suppose we want to divide this polynomial with another one, that is x plus 2. Okay. So we want to divide this polynomial with x plus 2 using the long division. So for that, we need to write this one, say x square plus 9x plus 14. As we divide a number with another number, we can do the same thing in the case of polynomials also. So x plus 2. Okay. So now we want to move like this way. Say pick x and the first term x square. Now we want to check x times what will give you x square. So what is that? So when we multiply x with x, we know x times x is x square. So that is okay. So now we can write x here and then we need to multiply that x with both the terms. Okay. So x times x is x square. X plus x times 2 is 2x. So plus 2x, because the term is paired, is sign is plus, that's why we write 2 here. Plus here. Okay. So next step, we want to subtract this term from the top, in the above term. Okay. So x square, so subtract x square minus x square, that is 0. Then 9x minus 2x, that is 7x. Because it is plus, 9 is plus and 2 is minus. So 9 minus 2, that is plus 7x. Okay. Now let us write the next term downward. So that will come down. So as it is plus 14. Okay. Now again, we want to check the first term, x, and here it is 7x. So our next term is x times what will give you 7x. So when x is multiplied with 7, we know that will give you 7x, right? So we want to write 7 here, not 7x, 7. So 7 times x is 7x, that's why. Okay. So as in the previous case, we need to multiply that 7 with both the terms. Okay. So x times 7, that is 7x, plus, that plus is this plus times plus. So 7 times 2, 14. So as in the previous case, we want to subtract that term from the top. So 7x minus 7x, 0. 14 minus 14, again 0. Okay. So we have 0 in the end. So the remainder is 0, right? So when we divide x square plus 9x plus 14 with x plus 2, we got the quotient as x plus 7. And this is the quotient and the remainder is 0. So this is what is long division. Got it? So let us try another one. And this is the second one. So in this case, we want to divide another polynomial, and this time the degree of the polynomial is 3 instead of 2. But that does not make much more difference. Okay, but say the polynomial is x cubed minus 41x minus 25. We want to divide that with x plus 6. Okay. So in this case, we have to write, as in the previous case, x cubed minus 41x minus 25. That is inside. And then the outside, it is x plus 6. But if you watch carefully the inside term, you can see that the first term is x cubed, but there is the next term is 41x, actually negative 41x, but it doesn't contain a term of x square, right? But in order to make sure that you are not making any mistake, we want to say write all the terms in a descending order, that will be more safe. So we have no term of x square, so we want to replace that with a 0x square. So 0x, 0x square doesn't make any change, so that's why. Okay, so we can remove that term and replace that with 0x square. So plus or minus, that will not make any change, because 0 is neutral, so that's why plus or minus, that will not make a difference. So you can write either 0 or plus 0 or minus 0, So it is 0x square minus no change in the other term and the last term. Okay. So now if you check, you can see that x cube term is there, x square term is there, x term is there, and the constant term. So that is the usual way to write the term inside the bracket. Okay. Always there should be all the terms. So that makes sure that you are in the right path. Okay. So now again, let us take the first terms together. So x and x cube. Now our aim is to check x times what will give you x cube. So when we multiply x with x square, x times x square is x cube. So that will give the first term. So we can now multiply that with the both terms. So x times x square is x cube and plus 6 times x square. Okay, so you just multiply is 6x square, 6 with x square, and x with x square. Okay, so now as in the previous case, let us subtract that from the top. Okay, so x cube minus x cube, 0. Then 0x square minus 6x square, and that is nothing but minus 6x square. Okay, so that's the first part. Then we can write the top term can be bring down. Okay, so it is minus 41x. Okay, so we have negative 6x square minus 41x. Now again, as in the previous case, we have to take the first terms. Okay, so here the first term is x, here the first term is negative 6x square. So we want to check x times what will give you negative 6x square. So of course that will be negative 6x, right? So when we multiply, we can verify that one. So negative 6x times x is negative 6x square. Now we can multiply these with both terms. So it will be a negative 6x square. Okay, then negative 6x times 6, that is negative 36x. Okay, then we have to subtract. So method is the same. Okay, so this time negative 6x square minus negative 6x square. So that will be 0, and always the first term should be 0. So here we have first term 0, here again we have first term 0. So that is always happening. Okay, now negative 41x minus negative 36x. So we know negative 41x, that's double minus becomes plus. So negative 41x plus 36x, that is negative 5x. Okay, so that's the term, and we have one more term left. We can bring that term down. So it is negative 25. Okay, so again the method is the same. Now take the first terms together. Okay, so here the first term is, again the first term is we know that is negative 5x. So the first term is x here. So x times what will give you negative 5x? We know that is negative 5, right? So it is now again the multiplication. So with this one and this one. Okay, so it is minus 5x minus 30. Again the method is the same, subtraction. So subtract, and as usual the first term should be 0, right? We can verify that one. Negative 5x minus 5x, that will give you 0. Okay, now negative 25 minus 30, and actually that is plus 30. So negative 25 plus 30, that will be 5. Okay. So that's it. So 5, that is the remainder. No more term to bring down. So the 5 is the last term. So that will remaining there as a reminder. Okay, so the quotient is, so what is the quotient? So quotient is this one. So the answer is, when we divide that with x plus 6, we will get it as x square minus 6x minus 5 as the quotient. So this is the quotient. And the remainder is 5. So the remainder is 5. In this case, we will write it as, the answer is this one. So x square minus 6x plus negative 5 plus 5 over, this is the dividend, so it is x plus 6. So that will give you the answer of this question. Okay, so that is the usual way to represent the quotient and the remainder. So the quotient is x square minus 6x minus 5, and the remainder is 5. So 5 over the dividend, that is 5 over x plus 6. Got it? So whenever we have a missing term, we want to replace that with the 0, and say if you don't have any x term, then you can replace that with the 0x. And if there is no constant term, that will not make any sense. So if you want to replace that with 0, it's okay, but there is no need for that one. But otherwise, any term of the variable is missing in the expression, then we want to replace that with 0 times that variable. Okay. So I think that makes sense. So, okay, that's for the time being. So let us have some more questions in the next video. So till then, goodbye.